Your kidneys are currently suffocating, and the terrifying reality is that you wouldn't even know it until 90% of their function is gone. Imagine waking up tomorrow, looking in the mirror and seeing a stranger, puffy eyes, swollen ankles, skin that looks gray and lifeless. This isn't a scene from a horror movie. This is the silent reality of ghost kidney failure, a condition where your filtration system shuts down while your blood work still looks normal. But what if I told you that the liquid you choose to drink right before you close your eyes tonight could be the difference between waking up with a toxic burden or waking up with a system that has been scrubbed clean? Most people think detoxification requires expensive supplements or starvation diets, but that is a lie. The truth is hidden in your kitchen cabinet. Tonight, I am going to reveal 4 specific science-backed nighttime beverages that hack your biology to flush out metabolic waste and repair nephrons while you sleep. But you have to listen closely because there is one specific timing rule I will share at the very end of this video. If you get the drink right but the timing wrong, you could actually accelerate kidney damage instead of fixing it. You need to know the rule. Let's cut through the noise and get straight to the biology. Your kidneys are not just filters, they are the master chemists of your body. Every night, while your brain shuts down, your kidneys ramp up a process called nocturnal natriuresis. This is their prime time to dump sodium and toxins. But if you are dehydrated, or worse, if you flood them with the wrong chemicals before bed, you paralyze this process. The first beverage on our list is a game changer that has been used in ancient medicine, but is only now being understood by modern nephrology. We are talking about hibiscus sabdarifa tea, often called the red diamond of kidney health. But hold on, because this isn't just about drinking some red tea. You need to understand the mechanism. The number one enemy of your kidneys is uncontrolled high blood pressure, specifically nocturnal hypertension. Normally, your blood pressure should drop by about 10 to 20% while you sleep. This is called dipping. But for millions of people, this dip never happens. Their blood pressure stays high all night, hammering the delicate microscopic filters in the kidneys, called glomeruli, like a high-pressure fire hose aimed at a paper towel. Eventually, the paper towel tears. Hibiscus tea contains massive amounts of anthocyanins and organic acids that function similarly to pharmaceutical ACE inhibitors. A landmark study published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that daily consumption of hibiscus tea lowered systolic blood pressure significantly in pre-hypertensive adults. By drinking a warm cup of this ruby red tea in the evening, you are essentially giving your blood vessels permission to relax. But here's where most people get it wrong. They drown the tea in sugar or honey. Sugar creates an insulin spike, and insulin signals your kidneys to hold on to sodium. Sodium holds onto water. So by sweetening your healthy tea, you are literally creating a high-pressure trap inside your kidneys, completely canceling out the benefits. To make this work, you need to steep dried hibiscus flowers for at least 5 to 7 minutes to extract the medicinal compounds and drink it unsweetened or with a tiny pinch of monk fruit. It tastes tart, like cranberries, but that tartness is the taste of your blood vessels opening up. This allows for better renal perfusion, meaning oxygen-rich blood can finally reach the deep tissues of your kidneys to repair the damage done during the day. However, there is a catch. Hibiscus is powerful, so powerful that it can interact with hydrochlorothiazide, a common diuretic medication. If you are already on heavy blood pressure medication, this drink might drop your pressure too low, causing dizziness when you stand up. This is why natural medicine is not a toy. It is chemistry. If you aren't on those meds, this drink is a powerhouse. But maybe blood pressure isn't your main issue. Maybe your enemy is something sharper, more painful, and microscopic. This brings us to drink number 2, tart cherry juice concentrate. Now, I know what you're thinking. Juice? Didn't you just say sugar is bad? Stay with me, because this is the exception that proves the rule. We are not talking about the sugary cocktail juice you buy in a carton for $3. We are talking about pure medical-grade tart cherry concentrate, specifically from Montmorency cherries. The secret weapon here is its ability to dissolve uric acid. Uric acid is a waste product formed when your body breaks down purines, substances found in steak, organ meats, and even some beers. When your kidneys are sluggish, they can't filter uric acid fast enough. It crystallizes. Imagine millions of microscopic shards of glass getting stuck in your kidney's filter mesh. That is what high uric acid does. It causes inflammation, scarring, and eventually kidney stones. Tart cherries are loaded with anthocyanins that inhibit an enzyme called xanthine oxidase. This is the exact same enzyme that expensive gout medications target. By inhibiting this enzyme, you lower the production of uric acid, giving your kidneys a break. But the benefits of tart cherry don't stop at uric acid. This is the part that will blow your mind. These cherries are one of the few natural food sources of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Why does sleep matter for your kidneys? Because the kidneys run on a circadian clock, just like your brain. Research has shown that kidney tissue regeneration happens most efficiently during deep, restorative sleep phases. If you are tossing and turning, your kidneys are stuck in stress mode rather than repair mode. By drinking 2 ounces of tart cherry concentrate diluted in a glass of water an hour before bed, you are hitting 2 targets with 1 arrow. You are chemically lowering the uric acid load, preventing those microscopic crystals from forming, and you are flooding your system with natural melatonin to induce the deep sleep state necessary for organ repair. But let's be real. Some of you are afraid of the natural sugar content in cherries, especially if you are diabetic. And you should be cautious. If you are watching your glycemic index strictly, you might want to skip the juice and look at our third option, which is arguably the most affordable and effective strategy for preventing the physical blockage of kidney function. This brings us to warm lemon water with a pinch of Himalayan salt. I can hear you sighing already. Lemon water? Everyone talks about lemon water. But almost nobody explains why it works for the kidneys specifically, and almost everyone makes it wrong. The magic ingredient in lemon is not just vitamin C, it is citrate. Citrate is a molecule that binds to calcium in your urine. Most kidney stones are made of calcium oxalate. Think of citrate as a shield that wraps around calcium molecules, preventing them from sticking together and turning into stones. If you have ever passed a kidney stone, you know it is a pain worse than childbirth. But even if you don't have stones, microcalcification, tiny deposits of calcium in the kidney tissue, can reduce function over time. Citrate dissolves the risk. But here is the twist that ruins it for everyone. You squeeze a lemon into cold water and gulp it down. Cold water shocks the stomach and can slow down digestion. The kidneys prefer warmth. In traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurveda, cold energy causes stagnation. While we rely on modern science here, the physiological truth is that warm water causes vasodilation. It expands blood vessels. By using warm water, you improve circulation to the renal area. Now, why the salt? You have been told your whole life that salt kills kidneys, right? That is partially true. Processed. Table salt, sodium chloride, creates hypertension. But a tiny pinch of high-quality mineral salt, like Celtic or Himalayan salt, provides trace minerals like magnesium and potassium alongside the sodium. This creates an electrolyte balance. Water without electrolytes is just a flushing agent. It goes right through you. Water with electrolytes is hydration. It gets absorbed into the cells. You want your kidney cells to be hydrated, not just washed. So, the recipe is simple. 1 cup of warm water, half a freshly squeezed lemon, for the citrate, and a tiny pinch of mineral salt. This creates an alkaline environment in the body. While lemons are acidic, when metabolized, they have an alkalizing effect on the urine. Acidic urine is a breeding ground for bacteria and stones. Alkaline urine is protective. This is a nightly ritual that costs pennies but saves thousands in medical bills down the line. But what if your kidneys are already leaking? What if your creatinine levels, the marker doctors use to measure kidney function, are creeping up? Then you need something more aggressive. This brings us to drink number 4, stinging nettle tea. Now, The name sounds painful. In the wild, this plant will sting your skin and cause a rash. But once dried and steeped in hot water, the stinging chemicals are neutralized, and it becomes one of the most powerful trophorestoratives for the kidney. A trophorestorative is a fancy herbalist term for a substance that actually restores the function of an organ, rather than just stimulating it. Nettle is a gentle diuretic, but unlike pharmaceutical water pills that strip your body of potassium, nettle is loaded with potassium. It flushes out excess fluid, helping with that puffy face and swollen ankles, while replenishing the minerals you need. But the real science is in the creatinine. High creatinine levels mean your kidneys are failing to filter waste from your muscle breakdown. Several animal studies and human anecdotal case reports suggest that nettle leaf can help lower serum creatinine levels by improving the filtration rate of the glomeruli. It acts like a pipe cleaner for your nephrons. It also reduces inflammation. Remember, kidney disease is often an inflammatory state. The immune system is attacking the kidney tissue. Nettle contains compounds that dampen this inflammatory response. Drinking a cup of earthy green nettle tea is like sending a peace treaty to your immune system. However, we have to bridge this back to reality. Nettle is potent. Because it is a diuretic, if you drink huge amounts of it right before bed, you will be up all night peeing. And this defeats the purpose of the sleep repair we talked about with the tart cherry. This brings us to the most critical part of this entire video, the mystery loop I promised you at the start. The timing rule. You could drink the most healing elixir in the world, but if you drink it 5 minutes before your head hits the pillow, you are destroying your kidneys. Here is the physiological trap. When you lie flat to sleep, fluid from your legs moves back into your bloodstream. Your kidneys suddenly have to process all this extra fluid. If you add another 12 ounces of tea on top of that right at bedtime, you trigger nocturia, the need to wake up and pee. Every time you wake up, you break the sleep cycle. You cut off the production of antidiuretic hormone, ADH, and disrupt the repair phase. You wake up tired, and your kidneys never got their rest. The rule is simple: the 90-minute cutoff. You must finish your kidney repair beverage 90 minutes before you plan to sleep. This gives your body exactly enough time to process the fluid, absorb the phytonutrients, the anthocyanins, the citrate, the melatonin, and void your bladder one last time before you sleep. By following the 90-minute cutoff, you enter sleep with an empty bladder, but a blood supply rich in healing compounds. That is the sweet spot. That is where the magic happens. So, which one should you choose? You don't need all 4. That would be drowning your system. You need to listen to your body signals. Let's break it down into a strategy. If you have high blood pressure and feel stress in your chest at night, choose the hibiscus tea. It handles the pressure mechanics. If you have joint pain, gout history, or terrible insomnia, choose the tart cherry concentrate. It handles the uric acid and sleep cycles. If you have a history of stones or just want a daily maintenance routine that is safe and simple, choose the warm lemon water with a pinch of salt. And if you are dealing with fluid retention, swelling, or known issues with creatinine, try the stinging nettle tea, but introduce it slowly. Start with half a cup. But listen to me, because this is where the emotional truth hits hard. None of these drinks are magic wands if the rest of your life is toxic. You cannot drink hibiscus tea at night and eat processed junk food loaded with preservatives all day. You cannot flush your kidneys with lemon water if you are chronically dehydrated and chugging energy drinks every morning. These drinks are tools, but you are the craftsman. Your kidneys are resilient fighters. They can recover from incredible amounts of stress, but they cannot fight a war on 2 fronts. You have to stop poisoning them during the day if you want to heal them at night. Think about the complexity of what is happening inside you right now. Millions of nephrons are filtering your blood, balancing your electrolytes, controlling your blood pressure, and stimulating red blood cell production. They are doing all of this without you asking, without you paying them, without you even acknowledging them. The least you can do is give them the raw materials they need to survive. The tragedy of kidney disease is that it is silent until it is catastrophic. You don't get a warning pain like a heart attack. You just fade. Don't let that happen. Take control of your hydration. I want you to try this tonight. Pick one of these drinks, just one. Go to the store, buy the real ingredients, not the fake sugary versions, and apply the 90-minute rule. See how you feel when you wake up. Do your eyes look less puffy? Do your rings fit looser on your fingers? That is the sign that the fluid balance is working. That is the sign of repair. And this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to longevity and internal health. We haven't even talked about the foods that scrub your arteries or the breathing techniques that lower renal stress. But we will. If you learned something new about how your body works today, you need to lock this knowledge in. Don't just watch and forget. Action is the only thing that separates the healthy from the sick. Hit that subscribe button right now because in the next video, I am going to expose the health foods that are actually destroying your thyroid and metabolism. Foods you probably have in your fridge right now thinking they are safe. You do not want to miss that. And share this video with one person you love. Maybe your dad has high blood pressure. Maybe your friend is always complaining about being tired. You could save their life with a simple share. Drop a comment below and tell me, which drink are you trying tonight? Are you team hibiscus, team cherry, or team lemon? Let me know and I'll see you in the next one. Keep your filters clean.